And our next teller is Jerome Deroy. He is a storyteller, coach, and consultant in organizations everywhere. He's worked with leaders all over the world, helping them turn real experiences into stories that inspire action. He teaches storytelling at universities, including UNM and Cornell, my favorite lacrosse team, by the way, and believes that powerful stories aren't invented, they're uncovered through listening. Please welcome Jerome Deroy.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I just want to thank Michael for hosting us, and Victoria in this beautiful healing center gives me an opportunity to find out about this place, which I didn't really know about. So thank you, and thanks, Carrie, for organizing everything. So I'm going to follow up a story about someone's mother with a story that includes my mother, and she's here, so I hope I don't embarrass her too much. But I remember this. My mother's always been very supportive of all my endeavors in life, in games, whatever it was. And there was a moment when I was 14 or something like that. We were looking at a world map, and there's all these different places on there. And she looks at me and she says, "I wonder where you would like to go most." And I don't really say anything because I don't really know how to answer. So she fills the silence by just reading some of the places, like Kuala Lumpur. Oh, that sounds nice. Singapore, Hong Kong, Shanghai, right? And then we kind of leave it there. But I will tell you that sure enough, many years after that, I lived in Hong Kong and worked there for about 4 or 5 years. Now I am lying down on my back outside, and I'm feeling the pebbles and gravel pressing against the back of my head. And there's rain, and my eyes are closed, and I'm feeling the raindrops falling on my face and kind of sliding down my face, mixing up with tears that are beginning to form. And I sit up, open my eyes, the rain is still falling, and I say, "Oh, no." So when I turned 16, 17, my mother and I spent a lot of time in the car. Now, I didn't say this, but we live in France. In France, you can get your driver's license not at 16, but at 18. However, when you're 16, you can start learning how to drive with an adult who has a license, right? Kind of like our learner's permit here when you're 15. And so that's what we're doing between 16 and 18. I'm in the car with my mother, and usually it goes something like this. She's still very supportive, but kind of looks terrified. So anyway, she's sitting in the passenger seat, and as I'm driving about 5 minutes in, inevitably, her feet and her knees kind of go up a little bit in the seat so that they're almost in her face, and then her hands go out in front of her, just trying to grab anything that she can hold on to. She's basically in a brace position the whole time. Now, one weekend, my parents go out of town, and it's just me in the house. So I decide to invite a friend. A friend becomes a few more friends. And my first friend comes over. He's my best friend. His name is Olivier. We open a bottle of wine. Now, before you start judging about this, 17 years old, at 16 years old, you can walk into a bar in France and order anything you like. So we're 17, we're opening a bottle of wine, and we are starting to drink. More people come in, and Olivier tells me, "Ooh, I invited the twins." The twins. Everyone has a crush on the twins. And so I'm like, "Oh, well, that's a great idea. It's going to be a good night." So the twins, in effect, do arrive. More wine is poured. We get some cheese out. And then Olivier tells me, "I invited my neighbor, Benjamin." Benjamin. Now, he is a year younger than us. When you're 17, someone who's a year younger than you is like 10. And so he comes over. He rings the doorbell, comes into the house. He's a very confident guy, kind of hair swept back, blue eyes, very handsome. And I can see immediately how the twins are looking at him. That's not good for my plans. So anyway, we go outside. It's a very nice evening so far. The clouds are starting to build up, but it's still nice. And we bring the wine, and there's some cheese, and there's Rocky, the dog, who's, very friendly with everybody, but he's got one thing on his mind, and that's the table that's got cheese on it. So he just waits for things to fall off the table. And so occasionally you'd hear, and that sort of thing. And then one of the twins asks me, so how's the driving going? And I go, oh, it's going great. And involuntarily, I hear myself say, would you like me to show you? Because my sister Virginia's car is parked right in the garden. See, in the backyard, there's this space that's big enough for 2 cars. And there's a kind of a semicircular path that surrounds the lawn. And then at the end of that semicircular path, there is an alleyway that is lined with plane trees with very thick trunks. So anyway, I say, we could get right into my sister's car. It's a small car, light, nothing heroic about it, or it's not really designed to race or anything like that. But I say, why don't we just try? And so we go in. It's not just me, it's my friend Olivier, it's Benjamin as well. And so Benjamin and the twins are in the back seat, and then it's me and my friend Olivier in the front. I start to drive, I put it in first gear. France also, stick shifts, learned how to stick shift, pretty proud of that. And so go into first gear slowly, then second gear, still slowly, finally get to the end of the semicircular path right in front of the alleyway with the trees. And I stop there, very proud of myself, I turn around. Nobody looks impressed at all. And my friend Olivier says, why don't you go a little faster? And now it started to rain. So that pebble and gravel is getting wet. And the guy behind, Benjamin, says, I learned this trick with my mother's car. I've gotten really good at it. You want me to show you? And so normally I'd just say no, that's madness. But then I look behind and there are the twins there. So if he gets in the front seat and he starts driving, I take his place. So that's what we do. I go in the back, he goes in the front. I've got one arm around one twin, the arm around the other twin. Life is great. And so then Benjamin puts the car into reverse. And then he starts flooring it. And then he decides to pull up the handbrake, to do one of those 180s like in the movies, where they turn it perfectly go straight. Except that's not really what happens. He does a 90, and then it goes bang! And the back of the car is lodged against the trunk of the tree. Silence. Nothing happens. No windows are broken. Look around, everybody's okay. Everybody says yes when I ask if everybody's okay. We get out of the car, I'm like, oh, well, everything seems fine. And then we get to the back of the car. It's pretty bad. The trunk has taken the shape of the trunk of the tree. And so there's a pretty big dent, which you can't really do much about. So we go back, we park the car, go back into the house. The twins have decided this is not really fun anymore, so they leave. And then Benjamin, very apologetic, he takes a hammer from somewhere in the house and tries to put the car back. It just makes it worse, so he leaves. And then it's just Olivier and me, and we're sitting at the dining table inside, and now it's really pouring rain. And he's trying, he's really trying to comfort me. He's like, it's going to be fine. And he's making these big gestures like this, and it's going to be all fine. It's not even your fault. I'm sure your parents are going to understand. Your sister's going to understand. Everybody's really nice in your family. And boom, there was a champagne bottle that he had not seen that was open right on the corner of the table. And that, with one of his gestures, goes down to the floor, straight down, and boom, explodes with champagne all over, onto the ceiling, onto the walls, on the floor. And I'm like, all right, I'm really dead this time. So now we're trying to just clean everything up. He goes away. And then I just kind of go outside and walk back outside. And now it's raining. I just lie down on the floor, looking up at the sky as the rain falls on my face. I close my eyes. I feel the pebbles and the gravel pressing against the back of my head. Tears are starting to come down. And then finally I just sit up thinking this was just a dream, nothing happened. But no, I see my sister's car there, badly damaged. And I just say, oh no. A few days later, I'm in the living room with my parents, and they're saying things like, we thought we could trust you with this. How could you do this? What were you thinking? We're going to have to pay for the damages now, and let's make up a plan for you to pay for that, etc. So we do all that. And then, of course, a couple of weeks after that, I'm back in the car with my mother. And I'm surprised she's not wearing a helmet at this point because we still have a test to get through, right? And so we still do this for a few months, and then it's the day of the test. And I get out of the car, I go into the instructor's car, and I pass the test. So I come back, and I tell my mother, oh, and she says, well, I knew you'd do it. I knew you'd do it. And so we're in the car together. And then she kind of looks at me the way that she looked at me when I was 14 looking at that world map. And she just says, so where to next? That's it. Thank you. Thanks so much.